Lovely Gail on. I always see her doing her stalls and her events, and I'm like, they just look absolutely incredible. So bringing our lovely Gail up to share with you. There's a lot of you.
So I never ever thought I would be standing up here today, if I'm honest. So if anyone is worried about doing something new, you best believe I'm just as nervous. We were on the plane to Cadiz when Jojo came up to me and said something about speaking. The plane was very loud, our people were partying, and I just said, uh-huh. And I turned to Carly and I went, I think I've just agreed to speak at Burn. Should we have? I went, okay, and I had Charlene in my ear, I could hear her. You don't grow being comfy. You don't grow being comfy. So I just thought, you know what, I have to do it. So, but I do want to tell you, I'm not standing here today because I've got a magic wand. I'm standing here today because I kept showing up. Events have helped me shape my confidence, my customer base, and my business. And as Lou says, we've all got the same hours. I work full time. I work in the care industry. I am Monday to Friday, 9 till 6. I get up at 6 o'clock every single morning to make sure that I do pharmacy before I start my 9 a.m. I'm a single parent to 2 boys. I say boys, they're men. 17 and 18. But like most people, I wanted more, not just financially, but something that was mine. I started looking at pharmacy. It was about April 2024. All you people at the start were popping up, and I tried to ignore it. In my previous company, it wasn't great near the end, and I just kept thinking, what if? What if it is greener on the other side? And I know a lot of people would say it might not be, but I had to take that risk. And I researched the products, I researched the comp plan, and I thought to myself, in my previous company, Tan Accelerator, for those that have been there will know how popular that was. And it was never in stock. I felt like I was letting down my customers. I felt like I was stuck. So I put on my social media, has anyone heard of pharmacy? And that's when Nicola popped into my inbox. I had a little chat back and forth, and I'm glad that she did, because little did I know, Nicola was my upline in my old company, so we already had some form of connection. So I said to her, if I can sell our tanning oil, I'll join you. So I went to work and I messaged every single tanning customer that I had previously, and that night I sold 51 tanning oils. So I said to Nicola, sign up. That was on the 1st of June, 2024. On the 1st of June, I never had a team, it was just me. None of my girls from my previous company wanted to come. None of them have come. Not one person has came from a previous company, so I've had to start from scratch. And in June 2024, I finished at 18%. But that, I wanted more. I was hungry. I am a hound for the pound. I want more, not just for me, but for my boys. Being a single parent is tough, as we all know. And I wanted to give them the world, and I wouldn't stop, and I won't stop. So July 24, I woke up on the 31st of July, and I picked up my phone and I texted Nicola, I'm doing manager today. She said, what? I said, I'm doing manager today. Now, for anyone that knew July 2024, shots were massive. Everyone wanted them, they were always out of stock. So I had it in my head, if I can get 26 people to buy 2 months of shots, because let's face it, they were never in stock for 3 seconds, I could hit manager, because I already had about £3,000 worth of sales. I needed another 2,000. So I had 15 hours maybe. So there was me, still had to do the so I had to take the nieces to the park, picnic. I sat on the side of the bench, done what I'd done, voice noted everyone, Tom, Dick and Harry. I had no choice because I already said it out loud. And if anyone that knows me, if I set a goal, I smash a goal and I ain't stopping. So a message and a message and a message, and I was getting closer and closer and closer, and I think I was maybe about 1,000 off by 12 o'clock at night, maybe a bit earlier. And I was like, I'm going to have to do the night shift. We've got till 5 a.m. So I went onto my messenger, every single messenger was green light, green light, green light, green light, green light, and I stopped at 4:4 in the morning. And I said to Nicola, I might as well just stay up. So there's a little bit of a private joke, because I was saying like Freddie Mercury with Hoover. I wasn't going to bed, you know, but I hit manager. I worked my absolute socks off, and do you know what? All those girls stood by me till the very last second. So yeah, I got manager in 2024. Fell in love with, back a slide. I fell in love with the, I fell in love with the products very, very quickly. I've been on my weight loss journey for forever, 2 years with Farmasi, and I'm nearly 6 stone down. So I knew these products worked. But what I also realised is people wanted these products in their face. On their, you know, they wanted to try the shakes, the shots, the gummies, the makeup, and that's when I thought, take it back to the days where people used to rock up to my mum's house with Tupperware. Ann Summers, Body Shop, and I was like, I can do this. So I started, I mean, you wanted to see, I wish I had a picture of my first dog because it wasn't as pretty as that. I didn't even have a banner. I literally rocked that with what I used. But I thought, if I can get these products into people's hands, who knows what's going to happen. Was I terrified? Absolutely. Was I thinking anyone would buy anything? Probably not. But every single event got easier. And I always say, confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. Why showing up matters. So the biggest lesson for me is that people don't buy products, people buy us. And when you're bringing energy like Lou, I mean, I was ready to give you my purse. like when you're coming with energy like that, you know that, I mean, hands up here, how many people have bought something from somebody because you like them? If you're going to bring smiles and energy, you're getting the purse. But online is amazing for me. Like, I do really well, and I'm not blowing a trumpet at my own back. Like, I hit between 2,000 and 4,000 sales, like, depending on how I am each month. No, like, like I do quite well. But there's nothing more about showcasing our products in person. Like, this is one of my girls, she owns a salon, so I do training sessions with them, but we also do pop-up product parties in the salon. And I just absolutely love seeing other people do well as well. But there's nothing better than explaining the products in person. Like we heard today about the Aloe Glow, the L-carnitine. We know what they do, but your customers don't. Let them know what the apple cider gummies do. We know that they have 100% of your daily intake of your folic acid, 100% daily intake of your B12, probiotic, prebiotic, L-carnitine, excess fat into energy. We know what the Aloe Glow does, but your customers don't. But when you're delivering it to them in person, they're feeling your energy. They're going to trust you, and trust creates loyal customers. I think I've actually went ahead of a slide, but we're all good.
I think they're a bit messed up.
Yeah, they don't think they're in order, but we'll wing it, it's fine. I do that most days, I'm not even joking. So obviously, why should that matter? People buy from people, trust is built face to face, customers can try the products, confidence grows through connection, and relationships create repeat business. I think everyone wants to wait until confidence comes, but we know that confidence doesn't come first, it's the doing. Every conversation gets easier, every event gets easier. I still get nervous. I've sat here all afternoon thinking, oh my God, it's going to be my turn. Oh my God, it's going to be my turn. But when you're in, when you're in with the room with that person and they're seeing the products, I think things just get easier the more you do it. Growth happens the minute you stop worrying about looking silly. There was once upon a time where I would be like, I can't do this. I get tongue-tied. I just get flustered, and anyone that stands up here will know exactly how I feel. It's not easy, but what is easy? You know, everything is hard. Life is hard, but when you remember why you started, you'll never give up. I genuinely believe that I learn products faster in person because you're repeating yourself. Yes, you can read the guidelines, and absolutely the guidelines are there for a reason. And if we don't know something, we're going to find out. But I genuinely believe that repeating yourself time and time again, you're going to remember those facts, and that is what your customer wants. They want to know what you can do to solve their problems. Every conversation teaches you something new, and when you're in that proximity with your customers, they're going to have the time to ask you questions, give you honest feedback, going to be able to guide them, whether it's, like Sophie said earlier, they might not want to buy the whole bundle. They might can only afford the L cartine or the apple cider, or see what's best for them. You're the one with the knowledge, they're the one with the purse. Just find what works. So what makes, these are definitely mixed up.
Do you want me to go and find it?
No, don't worry, it's fine.
Sure.
Just wing it. So even though that slide's not that slide, it's okay. What makes a good stall? I think a lot of people think that they need to have this big fancy stall, and you really, really don't. The prettiest stall is not always the one that makes the most sales. People buy energy, people buy smiles. You don't want to be standing behind I went to a product party, and this is actually, I think, was one of them. They put the table that far back, you couldn't get in front of your customers. I didn't even make a tenner because I couldn't get to my customers because it was so far back, and that's a mistake that I'll never make again. I want to be in front of my stall. I want to be speaking to my customers. I want to ask them, have you heard of Farmasi? Come and try our best skincare. Do you like coffee? No, you like this one, come on. People will not come to you. They will look at you, but they won't come to you. Just be approachable, just ask the question. Get samples, don't be shy to invite them over. I think people can feel, your vibes. If you're nervous, you give it off, people are not like, oh, go up to them or whatever. Just get out there and just say, come on. Come on. So that's what I would do. Next one. So this one is a really important one for me, the power of consistency. And like I said earlier, I work a lot of hours. So I have to make this work before or after work. I'm at my computer 9 till 6. There's not always I can get my phone. The cane industry is very, very busy. But one event won't change your life. But don't judge your business by one event. Like I said, I've been at events where I've made £5. I've done events last Friday. I rocked up to my mum's house and I told her about all your friends. Come on. They've been working for years. They've lots of money. So I got every single one that was sit down. I was like, I'll do your makeup. I'll show you. I only done half their face. They needed to see what that makeup done. And I took in £834 worth of sales last Friday. And that's just by doing the basics. How many of us in here are using more than 2 products? Take those products out, get your pals round, get them trying the stuff. Yes, don't get me wrong, we all know that strangers buy 9 times out of 10 more than your friends and family. But if you can get them round the table, get them try the products, we just don't know what's going to happen. I had a lady come to it was my Christmas event, and she came over and she looked at me, and she just kind of gave a little bit of a nose at all the products, and away she went. Okay, I never even got to say hello, she was away and gone by the time. But she added me onto Facebook, and I recognised her face straight away. I thought she was the lady from the event. So I added her, and I said, hi, I'm Gail, how are you? She said, I've seen you at Hopeman. I said, yep, how are you? I said, would you like any more information on any of the products? She was like, no thanks. All right, okay. But she continued to like and love and comment on everything that I posted. And then she said to me, do you take credit cards? And I was like, no, but I can give you my link. So I gave her my shopping link. She spent £500 in 4 weeks. £500, and the guilt ate me. I was sat along with this lady. She spent £500, Michael, and he was like, Gail, she's an adult with capacity. She knows what she's doing. But the guilt ate me, thinking that I had £150 commission, instant cash from her, and I was like, I need to work for the business. And I said to her, would you like the business? She was like, oh no. Okay, but she continued to shop the following month, £300. And I was like, no, come on. I was like, you could do it, Katrina. Fast forward, I now have her and she has a team. And she just came to Farmasi with us. It just goes to show you, you just don't know who you're inspiring. They might say no the first time, they might not buy the first time, but if you're showing up, they're going to come back.